All right, lads, we're live. Big up to everyone. Didn't do a live stream last week. Well, I did, but not during the week. So big up to everyone. Let's get a few people in here and let's see how we get going. Let's see how we go. Let's see how we go. Let's get a few people in here and we'll see how it goes. Got plenty to talk about this evening, lads. Plenty to talk about. Final thoughts on AJ Pulev, amongst other things. Amongst other things, as always, gotta talk about Anthony Yard, Tunde Ajayi, stuff like that. We let the chat get a few people in, and we see how this goes. We see how the evening takes us. We got a few in the chat already. Let's roll. Let's roll this and see how we get going. Tunde Ajayi, lads, I want to talk about him, and I titled this "The Madness of Tunde Ajayi." I'm saying that because of the absolute crap comments he's made in the last day. It's crazy. It's literally crazy the stuff he's coming out with like there today. All right, big up to, I want to bring this comment on screen. Eistman, big up to you, man. Kubra Pulev's body looked old. I didn't see the public workout, lads. I haven't seen it yet. I didn't really have much interest in seeing it. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? What are we thinking about Pulev's body? What's it looking like? That sounds so. That sounded. Wow, that sounded fucked up there. I didn't mean it like that. I meant as in, how was he looking aesthetically? Aesthetically, how was he looking? Is he poor, or is it just like every bit is 40 years? Because Povetkin's 41. He still is in decent nick. So that's an interesting one. How did the public workouts look? How did both guys look? I haven't seen it yet. I was working all day and I came home and actually recorded a video, which I just finished editing before I went live. So you're going to have a video after this about AJ Pulev, actually, ironically enough. But yeah, I want to know, what was the public workouts like, or what was it? Because I think they went on today. So I want to know what they were like. But big up to you, man. Big up to a few of the lads who we have in the chat. Big up to Buzzy, Sub G man. Big up every single time. Click back on that. Comments coming in. Yo, Sporting Videos. Yo, G man. Big up, big up. Big up to Iceman again. Big up, lad. Big up every time. JP, big up to you, man. Big up to you. Yo, G man. Big up to Rich. Hashtag G man's rocks. Better be trending, lads. Y'all know it's stuff with that. Big up to Devon. Evening, lads. Hashtag G man's rocks. Big up to you, bro, every single time. Big up to Devon Sinclair every single time, man. Big up to you, man. As JP said, Pulev looks slow as ever. Yeah, he is. He's as slow as molasses, that lad. But he's even worse now. Like, I mean, he was never the quickest heavyweight to begin with. But, man, he is... Oh, man. He is going to be slow as molasses. I'll say, interestingly, his face is all right, but his body is not muscular. I'm going to grab my phone. I have the sound off. So I'm going to do this while we're here. And I'm going to have a quick yander at to see if I can get a look at these public workouts, because I'm curious. Kubra Pulev, let's see if we can get an idea of these public workouts, because I'm curious now, lads. Let's see, because people are saying he was looking slow and he's looking old. To be honest with you, there's an IFL interview with him here, and I haven't clicked on it yet, but judging by his face, he looks a bit... Am I the only one who thinks he looks a bit grown in the face? Now, that could be just me, but let's have a look-see, right? I'll bring the camera in for this, all right? I'll bring it in for this. But, I was going to show the phone there. Better fucking not do that if I don't want to get in trouble. But let's have a look-see. All right, we Pulev in the ring. Yeah, his body, and certainly to his arms, they look saggy. They look a bit on the saggy side. Let's have a look-see. The best he ever looked aesthetically was when he fought Hughie Fury. Do you remember that? Because prior to that, he was looking rough. He don't look amazing in this. Let's have a look-see. We certainly don't look amazing. His face looks a bit drawn. Okay. I just wanted to have a quick glance at that. So people were telling me, lads, honestly, I don't see this fight lasting more than 6 rounds. I have a bet going on, right? with Paddy Power, 15 quid. And I have Martin Bacoli to win by any means. All right, I'll take that off screen. And I'll get to some of the comments in a sec. Martin Bacoli to win by any means. I've Adrian to win inside 6. And I have Hughie Fury to win on points. 15 quid, return 75 quid. It's not bad going. It's not bad going. So 15 quid, return 75. But that's what I got. Big up to Graham Taylor, LOG man, TT, big up, hashtag G-Man's Rocks, of course, every single time. Hashtag G-Man's Rocks movement. GGG is back. He's back next week, man. I think he's going to stop the guy. The Polish guy. I think he's going to stop him. Can't see that going too far. Can't see that going too far. Oh, yeah, the jet lag. The jet lag, the draw could be jet lag. Is there much jet lag from Bulgaria, though? How much of a gap is there from Bulgaria to the UK? I wouldn't have thought there's much. I could be wrong. I've never been to Bulgaria. Can't believe that open workout Sky did just half an hour of Joshua getting his hands wrapped, then stopped the stream. Well, I did see Joshua sitting in a chair. I saw that, but I didn't watch any further than that. So, geez, that's all they showed. They teasing the fans, man. They teasing those casuals. There's AJ. There's AJ. Oh, what? No. What? Why? Why is it off? I was looking forward to seeing. Well, I was looking forward to seeing the Nita Denair versus O'Ballet. I was looking forward to seeing that, and now we were getting Rodriguez, and that's off. Manny Rodriguez. Why is it off? Big up. It's an hour jet lag. Yeah, I thought that. Why is it off, bro? Why is it off? And hit the like button. Big up. Hit the like button. Of course he did. Didn't O'Ballet? Didn't he get that as well? Of course he did. All right, Sonona Nita Denair. Fuck. Big up to Nick every time. Big up G-Man in the chat. Hashtag G-Man's Rocks. Man, I was looking forward to seeing the Nita Denair. He would have been, as you said, the first three-time bantamweight world champion. Yeah, he got the flu, basically. That's what happened. Fuck me. I mean, what the fuck? But I did, yeah. And as I said, like it's a good little bet. That's a good little bet. So I have that going with Paddy Power. And actually, I just want to say, shout out to Marco Unrivaled. I did watch that Ukrainian guy, Alexander Kazazanko, in that video you sent me last night. Lads, this is an amateur. He is looking like a beast. I watched that amateur fight you sent me, where he's boxing the Italian guy. Yeah, this guy's going to be a problem when he turns pro. This guy's going to be a serious problem when he turns pro. I was watching that last night. I was seeing the combinations. I was seeing the shot he was hitting the guy with. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, this guy going to be a problem. This guy going to be a serious problem. Eagle J, your last few streams have come at horrible times for me, but this time, there we go, man. Yeah, no, the Sunday streams have been a bit all over the shop. But during the week, I try and get these out once a week when I can. Last week was hectic, but I was like, today, good week, good day. So it's like, yeah, we getting the live stream. We talking boxing. I actually seen a comment there that Rich left. Yard versus Joe Smith. Oh, no. Not for Anthony Yard. Joe Smith would run through him. Joe Smith would run through Anthony Yard. He would run through the guy. No way. I like the idea, but no way. Anthony Yard and that Tunde Ajayi. No way. And did you see the comment Tunde Ajayi left about people saying that Yard needs a new trainer and he needs an experienced trainer? He's saying that he's already took Yard to the mountain. And then he was quoted like saying, well, Callum Johnson, you know, he had an experienced trainer and he lost, but I took Anthony Yard to the mountain. I was like, what? I was like, you still lost. Yard still lost. The fuck? I was like, acting like he won. I mean, this Tunde Ajayi lad, man, I swear to God. You know, what can you do? There's no use getting through to someone like that. So let's go, champ. Sub G-Man, hashtag G-Man's Rocks. I think Pulev might give AJ a few problems a few years ago, but don't think he'd be able to pull the trigger. Yeah, actually, good shout. I think it's going to be something like that. I think you're right. Yeah. I know. I should have called the madness of Tunde Joshua. You see, what I try to do is I try to keep it all because when you're putting it on stream, it doesn't let you know how many digits there are. You're only allowed to put in so many digits in a title. So I wasn't 100% sure how many I can get. And I was like, well, I call it the madness. It is the madness of Tunde, but I wanted to get AJ Pulev in there as well. I wanted to get AJ Pulev in there. Seen it in the video, they took photos of him when they arrived. A big up to Rob as well. If I haven't said it, big up to Rob. Big up to Nick every single time. Big up to all. Big up to Graham. Hit the like button, of course. Big up to Big Dan every time. Dan knows what it is. Dan knows what it is. Hello, mate. Tell me AJ's going to win. Lads, I'm convinced AJ's going to win. I think Pulev, right? Pulev is just too slow. He's just too slow. He's seen better days. He's easy to hit. He can't fight, lads. If AJ brings this fight to the inside, AJ's got some good uppercuts and good left hooks on the inside. If AJ brings this fight to the inside, Pulev is done. He's finished. There is no way in hell Pulev is going to be able to do it. Pulev is not an inside fighter, lad. He can't fight in the inside to save himself. I remember watching him against Hughie Fury, right? And this is why this is why Channel 4 should hire your boy to do the commentary and not the guys they had on. Because I remember when he fought Hughie Fury on Channel 5. Channel 5, I hope it wasn't saying Channel 4. But he fought on Channel 5. They had this commentator on, and he was like, I don't know why Pulev isn't taking it to the inside. He's such a good inside boxer. I was like, what? I was like, are we talking about the same guy here? Are we talking about the same guy who only knows long-range boxing, only knows how to move with his jab, and whenever a fighter gets anywhere close to the inside, he ties up? Are we talking about the same fighter? Because I've never seen... Imagine Kubrat Pulev as an inside fighter. I can imagine him just throwing the uppercuts on the inside. I can't. Pulev gets his retirement check. How much are the purses? I've no idea. I have no idea. They don't tend to publish the purses on Matchroom a lot. They ever really do, to be honest with you, on Matchroom. They never tend to publish the purses, even when they're in the zone. In the States, they don't tend to do it. So I have no idea. He's getting a couple of mil, definitely. Nice retirement fund. Big up to Mark, hey G-Man. And I see right. Kisniak. Alexander Kisniak. Tell me that's right. Tell me that is right. If you're talking about Kisniak, he's a middleweight. All right, and he's gonna be a problem. Oh yeah, and Mark says there, he's gonna be a problem moving forward. Alexander Kisniak. And he'll be a huge issue. Exactly. Finally made a stream. What do you think of the Golovkin card? Honestly, I haven't really actually looked at the Golovkin. I think John Ryder's on it. I think John Ryder is on that card, but I haven't given it much thought. Let's have a look-see. I'm going to box wreck this card now. I have a look-see, because I'm pretty sure I hadn't even really given it much of a stare, but let's have a look-see at this Triple G card. He's fighting Camille Sazamarta. And if I'm saying it wrong, Mark will no doubt correct me. Yeah, this is a fairly weak card. Ali Akhtamov. All right. He's fighting Carlos Gongargo, undefeated. John Ryder versus Mike Guy. And I think I talked about him on Sunday. He's 39 years old. He looks every bit as 39 years. 12-5. Coming off a loss over Damon Nicholson. Never heard of him. Beat Dennis Dublin, actually, last year. Dennis Dublin is way over the hill. Who did he lose to? He lost to Derevchenko. He lost to Zoinga. Yeah, not exactly stellar. Whatever happened to Lemieux versus... what did happen to Lemieux versus Ryder? Because we were hearing talk about that fight happening, and now it's just no-go. It's just no-go with Lemieux versus Ryder. JP, I'll be honest, you had it one. I have a few people said that, scored a draw. I think Dell had it the same. A few people said that, and I'm normally someone, as many people will know, that I do favor the quality over the quantity. But Yard, I just couldn't. To be honest, if I suppose I would, if I had to give it to anyone, I probably would have just maybe shaded Yard in one or two of the close rounds, but still, it's that kind of fight. I've seen a few people come out with that scorecard, but me, I couldn't split them after 12. I don't like to give even rounds. I always try, if I can, I won't give an even round. I don't know why. I just don't like doing it. I like just having it clear. There you go. He's won that round. He's lost it. End of. 50 in there. 49 in the chat. Big up. Smash the like on your way in, lads. Big up to Chris, Broken Nose Boxing. Even the gentleman just finished watching Sky. Yeah, stream ended just before. Yeah, that's man. Sky Sports raised the price and everything, and then they cut the stream before AJ starts. Man, they are reaching. They are reaching. Oh no, Devon Sinclair. No, my prediction: Pulev will test positive for the Rona. Hughie Fury will be his replacement. He's trolling here with this. You're trolling here with this. KO Joshua in the first after he'll call out Tyson Fury for the dispute with the Battle of the Furies. Yeah. Could you imagine just the irony if that happens? Who was it actually? I think was it you, man? Was it you, Devin, who said the last 3 weeks we've seen 3 upsets off the jab, and who is the #1 jabber in the heavyweight division? I don't think we're seeing an upset. Big up Intangible every single time. Big up to Intangible every time. Sky can Dan, I just literally once this stream ends, right? I have a video edited about this card, and I won't be paying for it. So Dan won't be paying 25 quid. I won't be paying for another Skybox until Joshua was fighting a guy not like Pulev deceased. Yeah, exactly. Spot on. I wasn't going to pay for it anyway, to be honest with you. You know, even though the card originally, when this was first announced, if they kept it at the normal price, I wouldn't have paid for it. But I ain't paying for it now. It's going to be cracking all the way. I'll be looking at the DAZN commentary. I'll be enjoying that. Think John Ryder could be Jacobs or Canelo. Not Canelo. Jacobs looked shocking against Rosado. He looked shocking in there against Gabe Rosado. I couldn't believe it. You know, I thought, I know Rosado is tough and he can fiddle his way through a fight, but like this is a guy who got wiped out by Lemieux, got bashed up by Triple G, stopped him. Was it Charlo? No, did he fight Charlo? I'm not sure. But he's a tricky fighter, but I genuinely thought, especially at super middleweight, because he was never that big at 154. Well, he was all right size, 154 pounds, but Jacobs just looked real. He looked all over the place. AJ versus Pulev pay-per-view should be pay-per-view. Yeah, not worth 5. No, I'd say this is going to be AJ's worst pay-per-view in terms of numbers. It's going to be his worst in terms of it's going to. I don't want to say it's going to flop because it's AJ. So like he could do bad numbers, but it'd still be quite good. But by AJ standards, this could be a very, very bad pay-per-view. Very bad. You see where Tunde comes from. I see Tunde's point when it comes to Beterbiev, Johnson, and Canelo Yard, but would have stopped. But Callum Johnson would have stopped Arthur. I would have picked Callum Johnson to beat Lyndon Arthur. Yes, I would have. I would have definitely. Callum Johnson's a very good fighter. He really is. You know, with Callum Johnson, when he fought Arthur Beterbiev, lest we forget, he'd had 1 round in 2 years or at least 18 months because he only had that fight with Buglioni and he knocked him out in a round. And then he didn't fight for well over a year before that. So very much inactive was Callum Johnson. So if he was there a bit longer, like I'm not saying he would have won, but maybe if he had a bit more ring activity, maybe could have been, could have lasted a bit longer. But that second round, I think it was the second round when he dropped Beterbiev, he froze it. But you could tell he froze. You could tell kind of he wasn't fully there when he dropped them. And if he hadn't froze, who knows what would have happened. Big up to Tony. What's up, G-Man? Hope you're good, champ. Tony, I'm feeling great today. Hughie rocked Pulev. He did, man. Nicky did. And if you're getting rocked by Hughie Fury, it doesn't bode well. But can you imagine if AJ loses? Do you know what, right? When AJ lost to Ruiz, I was a bit surprised. Like I knew Ruiz wasn't as bad as people made him out to be, but it's still I didn't expect it. Right? I didn't expect it. I knew Ruiz was better than people made him out to be. I didn't expect it. I've learned like there's upsets that don't surprise. Well, they surprise me, but they don't shock me. I will literally if AJ loses, I will man, I don't know what I'll do. Like it's not that I'm a massive fan of AJ. I like watching AJ, but I just can't envision an upset. I can't envision any scenario. The only thing I could see is if maybe, seriously, if AJ gets an injury, a freak injury. That's the only way I can envision Pulev winning. I can't see any. I can't see it. But can you imagine if AJ loses? I can't, man. I can't see it. Tell Tunde, speak it, believe it, receive it, don't work. Try it on the live. Good one there. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I don't know, man. You never know it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Sometimes you do. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works. I've seen it work. I've seen it work. That's a good one. Big up to Nick. 47 in the chat now, bro. Smash the like on the way in every time. Smash the like button, lads. It would be much appreciated. 28 likes with 47 in the chat, or 50 in the chat now. Big up to the lads. Big up to everyone. Big up to Ra. Hashtag G-Man's Rocks. You got to love that. Got to love hashtag G-Man's Rocks. Have missed the talk about Tunde Ajayi. No, we haven't. We're kind of, I'm going back and forth. I'm talking about 1 minute and then I'm answering the comments. But we're talking about AJ Pulev. But Tunde Ajayi, the comments he's been making, like, you see, Tunde is doing that. Tunde can't differentiate from criticism from hate. Like when I made that video the other night, I was criticizing some of the things he was saying in the corner, but that's me giving constructive criticism. Hating on him would be me coming out and being like, oh, he's a crap trainer, he's this, he's that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that he needs to just get this notion of just talking into reality. Because any fool can say, right, put it like this, right? Imagine me, right? I've got what, 3,100 subscribers, right? Now imagine me when I started out, if I just turn around and been like, you know what? I'm going to upload one video every week. I'm going to hit 3K subs by the end of the year. Well, obviously not. I could keep saying it's not going to happen. So what do I do instead? I record a lot of videos. I upload a lot of videos. I do my live streams. And then what happens? Oh, boom. Subscriber count goes up. Now, I said it at the start that, oh, my goal was to get 3, but I've also worked towards it. You can't just expect to just say it. This is going to happen. And then it just happens overnight without you doing absolutely anything. It just doesn't work like that. That's where constructive criticism comes in. Like, I've had constructive criticism on the channel. And I'm not, and from people I respect who've said, you know, gee, you should do this different. I've done it. And believe you me, it's improved. I wasn't saying, oh, that's hate or anything like that, bullshit like that. I was just saying, right, give me, you know more than me in this aspect. So let me know what I should do. And it's been good. It's been good. AJ finishes Pulev quicker than Vlad. Yeah, I think he does. He's vulnerable to AJ's best punches. He's looked old. He is. Do you know what I think? And here's another thing, right? And big up to Frazier. I hope I said that right. Here's another thing. Since Pulev fought Klitschko, he got knocked out, right? Got knocked out badly. One of Klitschko's best performances, right? Klitschko, very big puncher. How many big punchers has Pulev fought since then? Seriously, 6 years. How many big punchers has Pulev fought? Derek Zor's not a massive puncher. Hughie Fury certainly isn't. Sam Peter, hell no, not at this stage anyway. Who has he fought who's a big puncher? He hasn't. So, and as Nick says, correctly pointed out, he got buzzed a bit by Hughie Fury. I think the demons are going to be there. I think the minute Kubrat Pulev starts feeling AJ's power, the demons of that Klitschko fight are going to be well there. They're going to all be there, and he's going to procrastinate. He's going to regress. He's going to regress. So I see that happening. I see it happen. Sky talk about Pulev like it's their fighter against the big champ. How desperate they sell this fight like Pulev has no chance. Yeah, well, I seen, what was it? Sky put up a video of Harley Quinn talking about Pulev, saying how dangerous he is. So obviously, you know, Pulev is not that dangerous. You know, when Harley Quinn is bigging him up and saying, oh, he's dangerous, you know, he's not that dangerous. You know, you just know that. When Mr. J will just go through a guy like this. And you know what? It's funny, right? Harley Quinn will say this guy is dangerous. And then after he finishes, it'd be like, but look at Mr. J. He took care of him. And Mr. J is so great. He'll be working this fight. Wait and you see. That man, that when he says something, it comes to light. Absolute genius. Yeah. But I still like the fella. He's not. Me and Tunde, I don't know if we'd see eye to eye. I don't know. I tend to see eye to eye with most people. I don't know if me and Tunde would see eye to eye necessarily. I don't know. He's just not my kind of. Maybe we would. I don't know. GG should be on Canelo's undercard. Oh, Jesus. Don't say that, man. Don't say that. Mike. My guy, Mike. Yeah. A big up Tony every single time. Much respect, G-Man. The chat, smash the like button. Exactly. Big up. Show your support, the hard work, and the genes, the rip genes. If the jeans aren't ripped, they're not going near me. Facts. You know, if if a fan wants to send me, if a jean's not ripped, it's not going near me. If a fan sent me a pair of jeans and they weren't ripped, man, if a jean's not ripped, it's not going near me. That's a fact. The king of ripped jeans. King of ripped jeans. You thought Yard got schooled. He won no more than 3 rounds. There was nip and tuck rounds in there. There was definitely rounds where Yard was winning. I mean, the clearest round for me was definitely the 12th round. And that 12th round showed me that Yard could have done that earlier. And maybe that could have been difference fight. But it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. It was good to see Spence looking unscratched from that car crash, G-man. Fuck yeah, man. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he came through that crash unscathed. Seriously, I was amazed. Because that was such a violent crash. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm glad he's unscathed because I like watching Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence is just fantastic to watch. But when I seen that crash and haven't seen how violent it was like, there's no way. There's no way he'll be all right. And in terms of like no injuries or no trauma, he was fine. It was amazing. I couldn't believe it. Lemieux versus Ryder is a good fight. Yeah, I like that fight. I like that fight a lot. I think that John Ryder will. Seriously, I'm going to say it here. I'd actually go for John Ryder by stoppage. I think he'd stop Lemieux. Seriously, I think he'd stop Lemieux. I think that Lemieux can punch. If you stand straight in front of Lemieux, you're going to have a bad time. Anyone gives him a bit of movement, he is in for a nightmare. Going down for a bit. Big up to Dell. Big up Blue Collar Sports. Every single time. Big up to you, man. Big up to you every time. Salute G-Man in the chat. We got the hashtag G-Man's Rocks movement. There you go. G-Man's Rocks. Big up to Nick. 60 in the chat now, bro. Smash the like on the way in. Big up to you, man. I missed a good few of these comments. I'm going to scroll back and get back. So you had Yard winning 115, 114. No issue with the decision. No. It was that kind of fight. It was close. When I watched it live, I was like, it's a draw. Because I didn't really think either guy deserved to win. I would probably just chuck it to Yard. If you maybe look at it again, I probably would have to find a round to give to either one. I probably would have just chucked it to Yard. But look, I've got no issue. Either way, I didn't really mind. You gave it to Yard by a round. You hate the descent. I hate the descent yard, the test yard. Oh, I hate the test yard and co. I don't mind. Like Yard, the problem with Yard is, right, he is starting. Did anyone else notice this? That he's starting to really sound a lot more like Tunde in terms of how he's coming across with everything. That's really starting to get a bit of a worry because look at it's weird. Like, how can Yard improve and win a rematch if he looks at that fight and thinks, yeah, I've done enough to win. I've done enough to do this. I don't need to do anything different in the rematch. Lyndon Artis can look at that and just be like, right, I know how to beat him. I just need to do this, and just jab him. If Yard's not going to do anything different, it's going to be the same result. Like, he could have stepped on the gas so much earlier than the 12th round and had success. He might not have got Artis out of there, but he could have had some more success. But no, he stepped on it in the 12th round. By then, it was too late. And look, when he finally did step on the gas, the success he had. You know? Anyone know what happened to Dimitri Bivol? Haven't heard of him fighting. No, nor I honestly haven't, man. And I like Dimitri Bivol. He's not the most... He can be boring sometimes, but he's got good skill. It's crazy how Walters retired after the Loma fight. He was on such a high... Do you know what? Nicholas Walters, I was so keen on him at one stage because I thought he was such a fun fighter to watch. I thought he was such a good fighter. He got robbed badly against Jason Sosa. If you ever go watch that fight, Walters got a draw on that fight. He won every single round. He did everything but stop Jason Sosa, and that was a 10-rounder. And he got robbed in that fight. And then he was out of the ring for a year. Next time he fought was against Loma, and he's done nothing since then. It's crazy. I suppose in some ways, after the Nair fight was when things started to go bad for him. Because let's remember, he fought the Nair, he knocked him out, and then he missed weight, I think it was, for a featherweight title fight. I think that was against Mariaga. And then he just seemed to just go off the boil. Like, he missed weight once, and then he just seemed to go off the boil. And now he's been retired for 4 years. He was meant to fight in 2017. I actually think he was meant to fight on the Crawford Indongo undercard at one stage. I remember weird shit like this. But he was meant to fight on that card. Then he got the flu. Back in 2017 when flu was a real thing. He got the flu, and since then he's just been nowhere. Basically, I don't know what he's been doing. You fell asleep watching the yard fight. I've had that happen to me before. That happened to me, seriously. It happened to me when Joe Joyce fought Brian Jennings. I was going to cover that fight last year, but that's what happened. There's only one. Yeah. I will. I don't even know if I'll cover Hughie Fury's fight, to be honest with you. He bores the crap out of me. And he's fighting Marius Vac. Oh, man. No. Please. Big Ben. Big up to Big Ben. Will Fury fight Wilder next to head straight to the AJ? As sad as I think it is, I think he's going to fight Wilder next. I don't want to see that fight, man. I've seen it twice, and each time Fury's won. Can you watch? No, you can't, man. I have the app, and I paid for the subscription. It's only one, and actually, it's great because it's $1.99 in pounds, and I thought, okay, that's pounds. In euros, it'll be different, but no. We get it in the exact same price, $1.99 in euros. So happy days. But I think we're only getting the Canelo Smith fight. You're definitely not buying it. Likewise. Yeah, Hughie Fury is a pimp at the game. Man, Hughie Fury. I think, what was it? Someone said to me once, they were looking at Hughie Fury and they were like, that's what you call a pussy destroyer. Yeah. Great comment. Pulev has a good jab, but he's not the best at heavyweight. Both AJ and Fury have better jabs. Really, Pulev has a very stinging, thudding jab. As does Joyce, Usyk, Hunter, arguably Ortiz. Ortiz's jab isn't bad, I'll give you that. I just, me and you, Mark, we talked about it so much on think Sunday. I can't see anything. There's money to be made this weekend. There's money to be made. And as we say, Felix Verdejo is fighting Nakatana, the guy who fought Teofimo Lopez last year. Very good, very close competitive fight he had with Teofimo. I would put him down for the upset, but I just think because what's the guy's name? Verdejo was the house fighter. I reckon he'll get the decision, but it might be worth putting a cheeky bet down on Nakatana to win that fight on points. My problem is not the £5 increase, but the pay-per-view itself. That's exactly it, right? That's my problem with it. Is the fact that it's not necessarily the £5. It is as well. I wouldn't pay just for the principle. I'm not paying the extra £5 when you told me you wouldn't do it again. It's the fact that it's a crap undercard. There's no decent fights. There's no good fights. It's a crap undercard. I'm not paying for it. No thanks. I'm going to stream it. Be cracking all the way. John Ryder would beat Danny Jacobs. Oh, man, I don't know if I pick John Ryder over Danny Jacobs. I probably would, based on Jacobs' last performance. He's been looking. He had that great performance against Triple G. And I'm really struggling to think of his next best performance after that. If you think about it, he fought Triple G. Then he fought Lewis Aries. Looked all right against Aries, but Aries didn't really come to win. Then he fought Selecki. Looked a bit rough in that fight. Then he fought Derevchenko. That was a good win, to be fair, Derevchenko. But yeah, Jacobs hasn't been looking amazing at all, really, as of late. I'm starting to wonder if maybe, I don't know, maybe stylistically Triple G just made Jacobs look better than, and Jacobs is a good fighter, don't get me wrong, but maybe stylistically Triple G was just a little bit more complimentary than Danny Jacobs than we maybe realized at the time. Could have been that. Chris says Tunde is hilarious. I disagree on almost everything he says in interviews. He's the most delusional man in boxing. He's right up there. Imagine him and Amir Khan training together. That'd be gas. Imagine Amir Khan and Tunde Ajayi. Imagine a peak Amir Khan at the height of his trolling with Tunde Ajayi as his trainer. Imagine that team. That would be funny as hell. Marius Vac versus Hughie could be a close fight. This is post-Boar meet Hughie Fury. Yeah, post-Boar Hughie Fury. I don't know, man. I can't see that fight being very entertaining at all. Why don't they drop the pay-per-view fights? It's pure greed. Really, if the fighters promoters get better fights and lower pay-per-view prices, no ducking, you'd make millions. They want to make see, they're not getting the gate receipts. They're looking to recoup some of that money somehow. And by raising the pay-per-view prices by £5, they're going to get that. because they reckon a lot of casuals will buy it. I think AJ, in terms of like, this will probably do good numbers in terms of pay-per-views, but in terms of AJ's pay-per-views, this is going to do very poor numbers. 40 quid on Pulev late KO of AJ. Jesus, I wonder what odds you would have got on that. Yard's performance against ours reminds me of Hagler, Leonard, where Hagler was too cautious and casual early on, gave away to. Do you know who it reminded me of? It might be to a lesser extent. I actually commented on this during it, that it was like O'Hara Davis when he fought Cattrall, where like neither guy really wanted to assert themselves on it. And then we ended up getting a close fight. And both guys saying, "Oh, I was robbed. I'm going to put your bet on G-Man." But Cody to win, yeah, by any means. Hughie Fury on points. No. You're going to put it on 7-12. No, I'm thinking rounds 1-6, mate. I don't think he will. I reckon 1-6 is better. I'm serious. I reckon 1-6 is better. But they might give you better odds on 7-12. But I put 15 quid down on it. Returns me 75. So it's not bad. It's not bad going. 67 in the chat. Jesus, we are getting them in tonight, lads. Smash the like button on the way in. Thank you, lads. 67. Few questions on AJ's chin. He was terrified to engage with Reese. Oh man, the demons are still going to be there. They're not going to go anywhere. Those demons are still going to be there. I think there's questions about Pulev's chin as well. Like, and I think the minute Pulev starts taking those shots, I think the demons of the Klitschko fight are going to come back to bite him. That's what I'm thinking. You think? I agree. If Fury's there, oh man, if Fury's there, he's definitely going to. I reckon AJ would. I think you're right. I think Fury would. I think he'd jump on it if he got that chance. Just making sure the camera's okay. During the AJ Pulev fight, Fury flied into the ring. Oh man. Do you know what, right? I think he genuinely, right? If Fury's shouting you big doss, or if he heard Fury, he probably would do something like that. Pulev looks like Jamie Moore's papa. Oh, he looks drawn in the face as hell. Also, YouTube channels that do videos from outside seem to get loads of views, maybe once or twice a month. Do from a pub around Dublin. Trust me. I don't know if I do. I don't know if I'd like that though. I don't know if I'd like that. I don't know. I'll consider it. I'll take the constructive criticism. I'll take the criticism. Not really criticism, but I'll take the idea. Maybe me and Mark will do a video together. Let's see how that goes. Pulev is going to get smashed. Nick, 100%. Chisora can bang, as can Johnson. Chisora can punch respect, but in terms of like devastating punchers, I can't see it. He's not for any devastating punchers, from my knowledge anyway. If AJ hits Pulev with a combination of reads, it's over. Yep, 100%. One thing people overlook is when Vlad popped Klitschko, it was very long time after he'd been KO'd, so his confidence to fly with left hooks. Yeah, that actually is a good point, to be fair, Devin Sinclair. It actually is a very good point, that it was years after he'd been knocked out last. I'll give you that. It is. But bear in mind, this was a younger Pulev. We're talking about a much, much older Pulev who's slower, seen better days, reflexes might not be there. It's a good point, though. Harley Quinn said, make no mistake, Callum Smith is the biggest challenge of Canelo's life. Of course he said that. Of course, Harley. Like, man, this is Harley Quinn. You know what he's like. You know what Harley Quinn is like. He says all these kind of things. Mr. J. Oh, Mr. J. AJ's going to weigh in. Mr. J, you're so slim. Mr. J, you're so amazing. Oh, Mr. J. That's Harley Quinn. And I seen Harley Quinn comments on Sky's last upload they done with Bellew. I saw Harley Quinn in the comment section a couple of times. I was like, your boy did that. Your boy did that. I'm sure a lot of what Tunde says is trolling. I don't think he is, man. I genuinely think that's the way he is. I don't think he's trolling. I really don't. I genuinely do think he's like that. I think he's taken like the model of people like Les Brown and guys like that, like Dwayne Dyer, the motivational speakers. He's taken it and he's just gone. He's just put it on steroids. Really, no VADA for Danny versus Errol. Errol got back to Hent 1 year. I would have. No, are you sure? If it was a WBC, they would have had to have done VADA testing, would they not? Interesting. Ryder dominates Lemieux. Oh, yeah. Ryder smashes David Lemieux. Smashes him. He will smite him. Ryder inside is excellent. Oh, yeah, he would bust up Lemieux. He would bust up Lemieux big time. I seen someone leave in the comment section there. Where was it? Man, there was so many comments in here. Jesus Christ, there's loads of them. Yeah. Hashtag Harley Quinn. Yes. Hashtag Harley Quinn. Mr. J. That's exactly how it's going to be. He is going to be Harley Quinning the shit out of AJ. Mr. J. Tunde plus O'Hara Davis. They did train together at one stage, Chris. They did. That was who O'Hara Davis originally turned pro with. And, I think it was O'Hara Davis who split from Tunde. It was O'Hara Davis who split from Tunde. So, yeah, they did originally train together, believe it or not. Make of that what you will. If O'Hara Davis is leaving you because he's not overly a big fan, I mean, that might say it all. 84 in the chat now, Nick. Smash the like button, for fuck's sake. There you go. Big up to Nick every single time. Man, we doing well tonight, man. 80 in the chat. Get Chris and G-Man on Sky as placings. Man, we would own Sky. I would. Man, imagine me and you doing the commentary. You add Mark in and you get Dell as the interviewer. Imagine me and Dell in doing the commentary for a few women's fights. Man, they would take us off the air. They would never let us near. Imagine me and Dale commentating on a Katie Taylor fight. They would have us off the air in a heartbeat. You see Bellew as Harley Quinn now. Before I do anything, I'm just going to show you here. Tony Bellew in the flesh with Mr. J. Just thought I'd chuck that in there while I have you all here. 88 in the chat now. Jesus, man. Nice Tuesday night or Wednesday night. That's how you do it. What was it? Big up to Helm every time. Hashtag G-Man's Rocks. Good evening. It's a very good evening. I'm sorry if I'm missing some of your comments. We've got that many in the chat. There is that many in here. Just heard Peter Fury on Boxing Social. He says oh, man. Sounding like a broken record. Maybe he's stuck on replay. I can't. We've heard that time and time again. Every single time we've a lackluster Hughie Fury performance. Oh, no, next time. And again, they always bring up the age. Like Hughie Fury. Wilfred, was it Benavidez or Benitez was 17 when he won a world title. Muhammad Ali was 21, 22 when he won a world title. Mike Tyson was 20 when he won a world title. You can't keep using the whole age. If you're ready, you're ready. And irrespective of age, stop using the age thing as an excuse. The guy just has no aggression. And you see it with Hughie Fury. There's just no aggression. Like, do you remember when he fought Povetkin? And it was funny because I think was it Tim Bradley or someone like that was almost trolling Hughie Fury. And he was like, Fury in name only. Oh, he ain't furious. He ain't nothing like his cousins. Bellew and Nelson are bad pundits. Nelson used to be good. It's time to replace him. The only thing good about Johnny Nelson is that Company Nelson page on Twitter. That is the funniest page you will ever see on Twitter. It is funny as hell. On about G-Man. What was he asking? Asking me in my Scottish. Definitely not, lad. Definitely not Scottish. 100%. And as Gerald McClellan, oh geez, man, says G-Man's from Dublin. Yeah. Your boys from Dublin. Big up to Luke. G-Man's Rocks every single time. Big up every time. Not with the... Nah, never. Fuck the rat. Fuck the... I think I said that once on thing where I was on about like an episode of The Simpsons. And I was like, do you remember when Homer Simpson was getting interviewed by the IRA? And I was like, oh shit, IRS, not IRA. He was getting interviewed by the IRA. He wouldn't be going nowhere. O'Hara probably didn't like shouting lines in the camps whenever he asked the question. Yeah, imagine that. Do you know how I can, like, the guy is jabbing. Do you have any ideas how I can get inside? Lions in the camp. Oh, right. Yeah, so, he's hitting me to the body, What would you say? Like, what's the best way to, should I pivot with the shots? Should I be, swapping up the head and body? Lions in the camp. Oh, right, man, he's punching real hard. Like, would it be good idea to keep my hands up and move my head or maybe, like, pull back with the shots? Lions in the camp. Yeah. Is White fight dead now? If so, what's your advice regarding his next move? I don't know. I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't actually be surprised if Povetkin retires. I genuinely wouldn't, because he's getting older. Maybe he's going into camp and realizing maybe he knows that the body's not there anymore. Maybe he knows himself he doesn't have it anymore, and he thinks, you know what? Because Povetkin's made an absolute truckload of money. He's made a truckload of money. So I'd imagine that Povetkin maybe is looking at Dylan White and thinking, you know what? I don't need that. Maybe he's just realized he doesn't want it anymore, and maybe he would retire. If he retires, I want to see the Parker rematch. I do. I want to see the Parker rematch. If he retires, actually, what does that mean for the WBC? Because they're not just going to give back to Dylan White without a fight. I really don't think we would. I really don't think they would. They probably wouldn't give it to Dylan White without, like, imagine Povetkin retires and that fight's dead in the water. I can't see them just giving the title back to Dylan White, or not a title, but giving the mandatory status back to Dylan White. I can't see it. So, I can't see it. Yeah, Povetkin has had a hell of a run of paydays. Because if you think about it like this, right? He was getting good money fighting in Russia. Right? He was getting very good money fighting in Russia. That Rybinski is he's a billionaire because he outbid the Klitschko's. And then he goes on the road and he's fighting. Because remember, do you all remember when he was mandatory for Ajayi? They wanted to go to a purse bid. They were going to purse bid the shit out of that and bring it to Russia, and they didn't. That says to me that that Eddie Hearn got the checkbook out and started writing down zeros, and Povetkin was like, yeah, I'll fight him in the UK. Povetkin's made a hell of a lot of money. And then he got fights thereafter. So I'm assuming Povetkin was being very well paid over the last few years. So I'd imagine that Povetkin is probably looking at Dylan White rematch thinking, do I need it? I mean, genuinely, he's probably looking at thinking, do I actually need it? Do I need this, or will I just sail off into the sunset? Because I noticed the time was off in the first fight. That's the first thing I noticed. The timing was, I know the shot he landed with, the uppercut was well timed. It was well thrown. I'm telling you now, early on in that fight, to me, his timing looked off. It did. It looked off. And I'm just thinking, moving forward, is he looking at that Dylan White rematch and thinking, you know what? I know I can knock you out. I know I can beat you, but do I have it anymore? And yeah, if Povetkin does decide to retire or doesn't go for that rematch, then I don't know what they're going to do. I get the Parker rematch made because I think it's a good fight, but I can't see the WBC, and maybe they would, but I can't see the WBC just going and being like, right, now Dylan White's mandatory again. They're not going to do that without a fight, especially coming off a loss. Hope you're well. Big up to Unrival every time. Yeah, big up to Mark every single time. They can't have two guys coming off a loss from mandatory, but they are the WBC. Man, the WBC, have you seen what they've done? The Bridger weight rankings. They put Isaac Chamberlain in their Bridger weight rankings, right? But bear in mind, right? This is for people who are seemingly a little bit too big for cruiserweight, but a bit too small for heavyweight. Isaac Chamberlain is too small for cruiserweight, and they're putting him in the division above cruiserweight. I mean, seriously. WBC. Logic. So he's a bit too small for cruiserweight. So what do? We rank him in the division above. Yeah. Mark and G-Man should do a joint thing, join up for a day, 1 hour stream, and not separately. Just go like, man, we're up, man. Mark, the pubs are opened, you know. I'm available. We need to do it before the end of the year, bro. A G-Man and Mark live stream. I love what he said there. 90, Nick, big up to Nick. 93 in the chat. Let's make it 80 likes. Smash the like button if you haven't already. How many likes we have? We 53. We're 53 likes and 91 in the chat. There we go. Let's see. Let's smash the like button, lads. Yeah, Babbage is in the top 10. WBC. Amazing, isn't it? I just don't understand it. That Bridgerweight is going to flop. It is. That Bridgerweight division is literally going to flop. And look at it. Like, we beat crooks. Yeah, we do. I was going to say, Oscar Rivas is ranked, right? In Bridgerweight is number 1. He's not fought in a year. He's coming off a loss. And he's not, he's like in the 230s, 240s. I don't understand it. This division is going to flop. It's going to flop. Big up every time, DJ Channel. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that, bro. Big up every single time. Clear Guinness on me, no drink driving. Of course not, but big up. I'll definitely get the Guinness on that. I do like me a Guinness, actually. I do like me a Guinness. A Guinness is good. Oh, Guinness is good. I do like me a Guinness. So big up to you every single time. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Message me about that. We grab a pint and go wild. Yeah, we go, man, 100%. We grab some pints and go wild. Big up. We going on a night out. We hitting Dublin. Should call it. Yeah, man. I can't justify it. We have to, bro. Me and Mark, we have to. It's a Christmas gift to all our subs. G and Unrivaled. Together. Doing a collab. Doing a live stream. No panel involved. Just me and him. That's what we do, bro. That's what we do. You do a live, no driving, taxi. Yeah, oh man. God help the poor taxi driver. God help the poor taxi driver who gets us. Wouldn't risk going to a pub. Depends where you're going, bro. Depends where you're going. The poor taxi driver wouldn't know what's coming. Poor taxi driver, poor lad wouldn't know what's coming if me and him did a live stream together in a taxi. Poor guy. Big up to Warren, like and share. Big up, man, every single time. There you go. Look at that. Temple Bar points on you. There you go. Big up to Mark. And exactly how much is that? Like 2 Guinness would probably be 7. Well, Guinness last time I checked was like, I think 420. So yeah, it just about might just cover it. Depends on where you're going in Temple Bar. But yeah, definitely, man, bro. Big up. Me and you, Temple Bar, live stream before Christmas. There you go. There you go. Goes on both our channels. Canelo wins hands down. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I can't see it, man. I have my prediction video coming. Literally, right, lads. I recorded that prediction video because, as you can see, I've no beard and I have a haircut. The prediction video I'm going to upload tomorrow. I'm going to have aged about 10 years. I got a beard and my hair wasn't cut. So you'll know I recorded that a while ago. I recorded it last week. I just haven't had a chance to upload it. I only finished editing it today. I just haven't uploaded it yet. So you'll get that prediction tomorrow. Big up. Think Bridgerweight will do well. I can't, man. I can see it flopping. I can see that absolutely going tits up and flopping. Bridgerweight will do well. Yeah, I see your point there, but I can't see it, man. I see that division flopping like a you know what, you know. I see it flopping like a you know what. 1 point in Temple Bar, really? Oh Jesus, I haven't drank in Temple Bar in ages, but yeah, that's not good. That's not good going. But fuck it, I haven't been to Temple Bar in a while. Temple Bar is good, lads. If you've ever been to Dublin, go Temple Bar. It's a good crack. Who will be announced at Bridgerweight? Who will next be announced at Bridgerweight? Jeez, no WBC. They'll probably announce Callum Smith at Bridgerweight next. Knowing them. It will be free. We'll go to. I don't like Witherspoons. I don't like it at all. I think the drinks are crap. I remember they do their own. They do their own. Like I know where I live. They do their own like drinks on tap, and they're fucking warm. I got one about 2 years ago. It was like €1, like 99 cents, which is real cheap. It's for a pint. The thing was fucking warm. I was like, the fuck? And that was out of Witherspoons. I was like, the fuck? Why is it warm? Did you see that? Yeah, I seen the guy, Fordorna or something his name is. Hey, I don't know how he does it. He's flipping. Look at the size of the guy. The guy is like, yeah, he's like 6'6". I don't know how he makes that weight. He's huge. But he's so skinny. I don't. Oh, man. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it. Someone actually commented about Peter Fury earlier. I want to find that. Oh, yeah. Ali Bashir. You were talking to Ali Bashir on Facebook. Big up to Ali Bashir. He was in camp with Povetkin last year. He says, they brought batter Povetkin and sparring. Do you remember those pictures that emerged where Povetkin was? I know it was a group picture. But remember those pictures that emerged where Povetkin was like, you know, stood with the guys and you could just see you could see the bashing on Povetkin's side of Povetkin's face. I remember that. Wouldn't surprise me, man. Povetkin, I'm telling you now, we've seen better days. 87 people watching, only 33 likes. Yeah, that's more than that, man. It's more than that. It's 59 likes. Boom. There we go. 59 likes. Yeah, Fondora looks hilarious at 154, but big up, man. Big up to Warren every time. And we get there. We get there. Go to Crumlin. Oh, man. No. No, I'm not going Crumlin. Fuck that. I'm not going Crumlin. I'm not going to Crumlin. Witherspoons and Blanche, Ice Cold G. I haven't actually been on a night out in Blanche yet. That's a good idea. But he'll bring Spuddy. Man. Yo, G, Mark, and Spuddy. If he brings Spuddy, man, the idea of him going to rehab was to keep him away from all this. If you bring Spuddy, it could be rough, man. That can be rough. That guy, I don't trust him. Man, Spuddy's boxing cobbles, man. I don't trust that guy. I don't trust Spuddy. Couldn't trust him as far as a throw. Huey should go to... Man, he probably could make it, to be honest with you. Because he's always weighing in the flipping light weights. Did I see hashtag G-Man's rocks big up? Huey for his work. I actually didn't. I only saw a bit of Kubrat Pulev. He looks very drawn in the face. He really does. And it'd be interesting. I want to see the weights. No, tomorrow's Thursday. Friday is the weigh-in. I want to see the weights. I'm reckoning AJ is going to be in the high 240s. Maybe even in the 250s. I want to see the weights. Go Talek and I'm there. Wonder does he mean Tala? Go Bray. Fuck Bray. Bray is miles away from me. Literally, it's miles away. Bray is fucking miles away from me. Like, I mean, I live on the north side of Dublin. Bray is in Wicklow, a different county. I'm going all the way to Bray. Go for a few points, then up to Finglas. Oh, yeah, go Finglas. Big up Finglas. Big up. Have I ever gone properly drinking a Finglas? Not really. A long time ago, I was in Amir Khan's gym that Fury used and seen Huey. I've seen Wack and Huey for a round and seen Cassius Caney give Wack a few decent shots. Man, Wack is no stopping that guy. No stopping that guy. Hunter turned down Bridgerweight. I can't say that I blame him. Can't say that I blame him. Tala's last stop on the Lewis. I never used the Lewis. Never used that. Reckon AJ be 17-3. Oh, I reckon. It's hard to know with AJ. You could see with the Ruiz fight how much he slimmed down, but this one, he's looking a lot bigger. He's looking a lot bigger. Let's get the dart down to Holt and do a live stream. Oh, that is a shout. I don't need to get the dart, man. Holt is only, 20 minutes away from Swords? But that is a shout. Big up that. Holt is a serious. I love Holt. If everyone ever been to Dublin, you got to go Holt. You got to go up the Holt. If anyone's ever been to Dublin, Tala, I ain't going out that way. I don't like Tala either. Not a big fan. Not a big fan of Tala. Close to 18 stone. His arms look massive. Yeah, Mr. Essie. He looks, I reckon AJ. I don't know. Are you trying to see what the weight is? I'm dying to see what AJ weighs in at. Dying to see. I could tell against Ruiz he was going to be lighter. Just you knew that. You knew he was going to come in light against Ruiz by his standards. But he looks like he's going to pack a lot of it back on. A dart live stream. Superb poison arrow at the ready. Man, and as Yakface said, Holt is the coast. I've been near there, man. Me, Mark, live stream in Holt, up the summit. Go up the summit in Holt. I think I've actually put, have I actually put any videos of that in some of my old videos? Maybe I have. But Holt is Holt's a good spot, lads. Me, Mark, we do that. We do that. Do I live in Swords? Yeah, that's where I'm from. The north side of Dublin, in Swords. In Swords. Swords is going to the dogs, though. Swords going to the dogs. Dublin is a cool city. Been there a couple of... Yeah, it's alright. I like, man, I was in London this year. I prefer it. It's nicer. I like it's good city. It's good city. But, man, me and Mark unrivaled. I'm thinking before Christmas he needs to get onto me on WhatsApp as soon as I finish here. We get that arranged. We get that arranged. You get onto me on WhatsApp and we arrange that. We arrange that for the audience. We want to keep the audience's request. You know? That's what we do. Should Povetkin retire after that beautiful win? I don't know if it's not even I don't think that he wants to retire. I think it's that maybe he feels the body just isn't there anymore. And like Nick's asking, should Povetkin retire now? He don't need the rematch or the money. I agree with that. I agree with all that. I don't think he needs the money. Like, Povetkin's been making absolute, heaps of cash over the last few years, basically. He was headlining those shows over in Russia when they were on in Russia, and he was making good money then. I'd say for the Klitschko fight, he would have got a decent pay. He's been making good money for years, that guy. So I can't see him needing the money necessarily. So I would say Povetkin is probably okay with everything. And maybe he just realized that the body just doesn't have the same, it's just not there anymore. I reckon that's what it is. I reckon that he thinks the body's just not there anymore. And he's probably looking at Dylan White thinking, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to go in there and get knocked out by a guy that I just knocked out and a guy who a couple of years ago I would have beaten. I'm sure Povetkin probably doesn't need the money. I'm sure he doesn't. Portmarnock, Tamango, Bitmark, go Tamango in Portmarnock. Jesus, that's a blast from the past. Blast from the past. Grateful for you. Portmarnock is amazing. Yeah, Tamango, where the gang go. Mark will know what I'm talking about when I say that. Never been to Derry, but Belfast I actually quite liked. Although Mark says Belfast is a kip. I was out with a girl from Belfast. Couldn't understand a word she was saying half the time. To be fair, I couldn't understand a word she was saying. She's a proper hard Belfast accent, real hard. Glad you're linking up with Unrivaled. Hopefully you both do a live stream with Beats. Big up the Beats every single time. Me and Mark, we've talked about it for a while. We got to do it. Outside of AJ versus Pulev, which fight are you looking forward to the most? Canelo versus Smith, man. Canelo versus Smith. Do I plan on doing another career review? My career reviews have kind of become the WTF videos now. And I have a WTF video. I haven't finished it, right? But it's going to be, what date is it today? Because I'm doing this Christmas week. So probably between the 21st, that week, the week starting 21st, I will get my next WTF video up to you guys, right? 100 in the chat. Bing, boom, 100 in the chat, lads. If you smash the like button, that is making my Christmas. But my next WTF video will be coming. I've got a fighter planned. I ain't going to name names, right? I don't want to start chucking names out. I don't want to spoil it. But my next WTF video is coming. They're monthly. They are monthly. So I'll be doing that. You'll get the WTF video. Definitely. I'm keeping them. 95 in the chat. Big up to Nick every time. Went to Belfast. Lasted an hour. Flew back to England. That was... Man, I love Belfast. I thought it was fine. I like Belfast. It's only an hour drive from me anyway. What does I say? Go Temple Bar and see... go to Temple Bar. Go to Temple Bar in Temple Bar and you see boxes on the wall in the pub. Have I ever been to a pub where I've seen boxes on the wall? I don't think so. Joe Stunner, big up. Hashtag G-Man's Rocks. Bit late for this one. Hope all is good with you and everybody. Big up, Joe, man. This been a good live stream. Man, I've been enjoying the shit out of this live. It's just been one of my favorites. Got good numbers and, man, I don't know why I missed out last week doing a live stream. County Clare. Oh, God, no. Jesus, no. Man, County Clare is rural. I can only think of maybe one other county that's rural. That's more rural than Clare. So I wouldn't be going there. No way. Fuck that. I can only think of one other county that's worse. And I ain't going to go there. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm going to say, have I ever been to Dundalk or Enniskillen? I've been to Dundalk, but never in Enniskillen. That's in Wexford, I think. I wouldn't go Wexford. Are you mad? Fuck that. I have a feeling the fight won't take place. Eddie said Povetkin team have told him. Yeah, I have a feeling they're just going to call it quits. And in which case, if they do call it quits on that, then if they call it quits on Povetkin, right, and say he retires, the WBC, they'll order an eliminator. They won't just... I can't see them just giving Dylan White another shot at the mandatory. I can't see that. Dan Leno up the Navan, the heart of Ireland. Oh, Jesus. Clare is lovely. I've been Clare a few times when I was younger. It's too rural for my liking. It's too rural. Coach Bashir going to Amir Khan show in Pakistan. Is Amir Khan fighting in Pakistan? Is he? I did not know that. But try to get Coach Bashir on your live show. Big up to Coach Bashir every time. Or Asgar. Sorry, am I saying it right? Asgar. Big up to him. Every single time. Never heard of Navan. Not sure where it is. It's in Meath. It's in me. Navan's real raw. It's old school. It's like being in the 1980s up there. Don't knock the Belfast girl's accent. Well, you try understanding her. She says something to me, and I'm just like, huh? If I'd understood what a few of my former girls were saying, the relations might have lasted longer. Big up the Joe, the banter king. The banter king. Amir Khan doing a show in Pakistan. Jesus. I didn't even know boxing. Boxing ever happened in Pakistan? What happened to John Joe Nevin? No idea. No idea what happened to John Joe Nevin. Callum Smith beats light heavyweights in Britain and Europe, you think. Or Callum Johnson, I should say. Callum Johnson's a very, very good fighter. Very underrated fighter. It's just a shame that he's not getting more. It's a shame the way his career has been. Like, he's fought Shawnee Monaghan last year. Was he fought since then? Because he knocked out Shawnee Monaghan in 3 rounds last year. I honestly don't think he's fought since then. I honestly don't think he has. John Joe Nevin last seen. Oh my God. That wouldn't surprise me, to be fair. That would not surprise me in the slightest. That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Who's the guy egging this fighting on Friday? Ashley Fifane. Ashley Fifane was like, he's a career like light welter, 140-pounder. So Fifane's seen better days 6 years ago. And he's a bit, I think his speech is deterred a bit. So him against Egerton is, I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know if that's a good idea at all. G-Man, what do you think of McCann's comparison to Nas? Oh, we need to see a lot more. Like, I like what I see with McCann, but we can't compare him to Nas just yet. Well, from what I've seen, he's definitely not got Nas's punching power. Definitely not. Family live in Kells, and Kells is nice. Kells is lovely. Man, Kells, I've been there a few times. It is one of the nicest parts of Ireland, is Kells. I love Kells. Really nice. Fifane is about 40. Yeah, he's got it, man. He's got to be about that, man. He's seen better days years ago. So Fifane, oh boy, I don't like that. Battle of punch drunks. Yes, unfortunately, it is something like that. And Kelly versus Ben. I would pick Kelly, but I don't think he's getting past Avanesian. In my opinion, he's not getting past Avanesian. He'd love to live in Galway. Galway's all right, man. Galway's all right. And Mark wants to live in Cork. No? Jesus, no. I've been there once. I never gone back. I didn't like it. Does Frampton get much support from regular Irish people? It's hard to say. Like, I've seen some people who know him and religiously support him. But like, I don't mind Frampton. He seems a cool guy. But I've known he wouldn't get as much, I'd say, like a Michael Connell. I've seen way more people jump on the Connell bandwagon than they have the Frampton. I've seen a lot of people in Dublin and all, like, yeah, big up Carl Frampton a lot, but it's hard. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Frampton. I won't be picking him against Herring. I don't think he will. Babbage versus Rivas. Oh, Rivas, definitely. Rivas was jab. Rivas will jab the head off Alan Babbage. Oh, good Lord. Rivas every day, he jabbed the head off Alan Babbage. You don't want to live in Cork. Neither do I, personally. Rivas boxes his head in. Yeah, Rivas would jab the head off him. Jesus, man. Oscar Rivas would jab the head off them. You good, G-Man. Not being right lately. You good, man. Big up to you, man. Big up to Rockstar 1996. You've not been right lately. You haven't or I haven't. You haven't or I haven't. I hope you have, man. You seen it. Graham Taylor has it right. He wants to live in Tenerife. There we go. There we go. He has the right idea, does Graham Taylor. Man wants to live in Tenerife. That's where, I don't know if I want to live in Tenerife, but somewhere nice. Sam Eggett in his own. Yeah, he's actually, I think he's like a week or two younger than me. He's 27, and you think he's 47 the way he fights. Yeah, man, his health is gone. His health is going to go to the dogs. His health is going to go to the dogs. But he's too happy to take shots. He's too happy to take shots to give one. Like, look at Sam Eggett. Look at how many wars he's been in. He's only 27. He made Frankie Gavin entertaining. If you're making Frankie Gavin look entertaining in a fight, then it's a gift, but it's a curse. Is Lomachenko into who needs him club? No belt, not a huge pay-per-view star. Seems like the odd man out in 135. He'll move down to 130. I can't see him sticking around at I can't see him sticking around at 135. He'll go for like Burchell. You shag the Cork woman in Burma, and yep, unrivaled. I had shag no Cork birds. Eddie was trying to get. Oh, do you remember that? That was bad. 100 grand they were offering him for that. 100 grand to get absolutely smashed by that guy Garcia. My uncle is in Cork. He moved from Reading. I don't know. I didn't like Cork. I was in Cork last year for fights, and I didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. Wasn't my kind of town. You gonna watch Hubston Promotion Car Park? Yeah. Oh man, Cash Ali and opponent chase. Cash Ali on that card? No way. Is my man Cash Ali on that card? Jesus Christ. Because this is a Mick Hennessy show, isn't it? Let's see, Sam Eglinton, right? This is a Mick Hennessy show. Shades of Ali. You gotta love it. Shades of Ali. Is Cash Ali on it? No. It's a fairly crap card. Mick Hennessy Jr. Mick Hennessy Jr. And the night before. No, that's the night after, isn't it? Oh, Jesus, man. It's bad. It's not good, man. Mick Hennessy. Shades of Ali. Shades of Ali. It was Shades of Ali, and he in that suit, and he is bet into that suit. Shades of Ali. Shades of Ali. Man, Eglinton is younger than your boy. Not much younger, but he's younger than your boy. It's crazy. Sam Eglinton don't want it no more. I just don't understand it. I don't understand how he could be so young and just be willing to take so much abuse. As in, not abuse from thing, but abuse in the ring, man. He's been through the mill, that lad. How many of those video weights actually has to put in there? It's hard to imagine Revis. And yeah, that's what I was saying earlier in the chat. I was like, how would logic, WBC logic? Well, he's a bit too small for cruiserweight. So you know what we do? We rank him in the division above. Logic. It's brilliant, isn't it? You gotta love WBC logic. It's just fantastic. Donegal. They're so hard to understand up there in Donegal, you know. I from Donegal, mate. I from Donegal. That's what they're like. I from Donegal. Huey Fury, Shades of Ali. Oh yeah, Shades of Ali. The Cash Ali. Has Hearn been forced to make Saunders versus Andrade? Eddie will make Andre move up rather than fight Williams. I wouldn't actually be surprised. I used to think that Demetrius Andre would beat Williams. I'm not sure now. Volume go to sleep. Is there an issue with the volume on here? I hope there's not, because I can't hear myself. I can hear myself, but I can't. Did Ballage scream I'm a heavyweight last week? He's in the ranking. Yeah, Babbage is, yeah, man. Babbage is just, yeah. He wants to be a heavyweight. The boy wants to be a heavyweight. The man, I should say, wants to be a heavyweight. He's it'll take a loss before he realizes basically what he needs to do. That's what's going to happen. Is he's going to have to take a loss before he realizes what he needs to do, which is move down. The Donegal accent sounds Scouser. Man, the Donegal accent is one of the hardest accents to understand. Seriously. The Donegal accent is so flipping hard to understand because they sound like, I'm from Donegal, mate. That's what they sound like. I'm from Donegal, you know? Yeah, I'm from Donegal. That's what they sound like. It's kind of Scottish almost. But yeah, now Cash Ali is fighting Phil Williams. All right, the guy's name is Phil Williams, 3-26. Yay, yippee. Yay, Phil Williams, big up Phil Williams. He's the guy entrusted to give Cash Ali a fight. Cash Ali, great. Bridge weight is bollocks. If they were going to make a weight, they should have made it between cruiser. Yeah, because they always say, well, he's too big for cruiser, or he's too small for cruiser, but he's not big enough for light heavy. But the WBC logic is brilliant. What's your fantasy fight, G-Man? Mine's Hagler Calzaghe. McClellan Jones. McClellan versus Jones. McClellan versus Jones. That's my Hagler fight. That's my fantasy fight. I always found the Galway accent difficult. There's some places of Ireland I know myself I will never, ever, 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 ever Fucking never venture to. I mean, there's counties in here that I've seen enough. I will never freaking go near them. I'll never venture to them. So make it that. I don't think Brooke Can is worth. But no, Brooke Can that's dead in the water, man. And no one really wants. There's no demand for that. I'd love to see a match fight card in Dublin. Only chances with Katie Taylor, and I'm not a fan of women's boxing. Nor I, unfortunately, nor I. And that is the only way I can see it, to be honest with you. That really is the only way I can see it. Amir Khan is retired. Jesus. Has he announced it, or he's some mad? Yeah, McClellan versus Tony would be good. I suppose he knocked Tony out in sparring. McClellan was lethal to head and body. I mean, McClellan, some of the body shots he used to hit people with, you just wince when you see them now. McClellan, man. Love McClellan. On Sky, Johnny spoke how he once said he once spoke to the One Fury reps and told him they were signing the wall, the contract was imminent. I'd imagine it probably is, to be fair. G-Man is hardcore dub. Hardcore dub. Ring IQ got me into women's boxing. I'm just not a fan, man. I can't get into it. And I reviewed some fights, but I only reviewed them for silly reasons. I just can't get into it, man. Can't get into it at all. Lads, I got this about an hour and 15, right? I'm probably going to call this quits here. Man, big up to everyone. We got it over 100 at one stage. Man, big up to everyone. Big up to Nick, Unrivaled, Joe, all the guys in the chat here, man. Big up to every single one of you, man. Big up to Chris. See if I can find Unrivaled, because unless you go back so far. Big up to all you guys in the chat, man. There we go. Big up to Unrivaled. Big up to Dan. Dell was in there earlier. Big up to him as well. Man, I'm calling it here. Definitely. I'm either going to probably do a live stream post AJ, or I'm going to do a live stream on Sunday, one or the other. But you know me. Oh, by the way, I'm uploading the video straight after, so I've got a video ready to go, by the way. So you're getting a nice little video after this. So it's not goodbye. It's only talking to you in a bit. But lads, peace to everyone. I enjoyed this. I'll give you a shout out before you go. Shout out to Letitia1786. Give me a shout out before you go. Big up to Letitia every single time. Big up to Chris. Big up to Rockstar. Big up to Nick. Peace and the chat. Big up to Graham. I always do this before I end it, and I do this myself. I'll leave that in the chat. Sunday. Might do it Saturday. Sunday or Saturday. But big up to Nick. Smash the like on the way out. Hashtag G-Man's Rocks. You got to get that trending, man. Hashtag Harley Quinn. That's what we call Bellew, man. I will be Harley Quinning the shit out of Bellew on Saturday. If he's on this card, I will be hashtagging the shit. Big up to Darren. Big up again, Letitia. G-Man's Rocks. Peace and thanks. Big up to Joe. Obviously, big up to your boy. If it won't show my comment, but there you go. Big up. Big up to Joe. Lads, I'm going to call it here. I'll talk to you all. You're getting a video straight away after this. But big up to all yous. Big up to everyone. Big up to Devin Sinclair. I've seen his comment just go through there, but I can't bring it up on screen. Big up to you, man. Do you think Fury want to go with the fight because Peter and Fury are on bad terms? I don't know, man. I didn't think they were on bad terms. I thought they were on good terms. Father and son, but I not 100%, but I'll leave that, man. Big up to Nick. Hashtag G-Man's Rocks. Big up to Devin every time. Jared Thomas. All the lads. Good night, G-Man. It was good to have a stream. Every time. I'm going to have a chat with Unrivaled about doing a meetup and doing a stream face to face. There we go. But lads, I'll talk to you all. Smash the like on the way out. Big up to TT. G-Man's Rocks. Peace, lads.